Hi, I'm Chris James, and you're watching A Healthy Alternative. Today we're going to be talking about the very attainable Goldilocks zone. All right, so judging by the title, you guys know that we're talking about this Goldilocks zone in reference to water fasting. And I've mentioned it a few times on the Facebook group, just kind of like for fun, and it kind of caught on, and people are like, well, what's the Goldilocks zone? And what does it do? And how do you get it? And whatever. So I decided to do a little short video, and we're gonna just talk quickly about what the Goldilocks zone is. So if you've ever done any long-term water fasting, this would be more than 3 days, you may have experienced this. Most of your detox symptoms come, well, I shouldn't say most. There's a heavy bout of detox symptoms that's gonna come within like your first 3 days. So if you're not fasting beyond that, you really haven't gotten a chance to experience this, but this is when actually your body just feels amazing. Because we all think about food and we think about the headaches and we think about the pains and the aches, but there are moments in time throughout your long-term water fast where you'll just feel perfectly fine. And that's what I call the Goldilocks zone. Now, perfectly fine is kind of an understatement because there's all these amazing benefits that come along with it in addition to just feeling normal. If you guys have ever seen my 13-day water fasting benefits video, I talk about how, I think it was around day 5 or so, something like that, I felt like I could just fast forever. That's how good I felt. The mental clarity, when we talk about mental clarity, this is one of the things that happens during this Goldilocks phase where you feel like you're sharper. And I think it's kind of attributed to the fact that we're not processing this food and you get to utilize those brain cells that are in your stomach, which some people refer to as the second mind. Also, in addition to that, you don't need as much sleep. And so now you kind of become like this superhuman who's thinking more clearly. You don't need as much sleep. Obviously, you're not eating, so you don't waste time with grocery shopping, thinking about food, eating food. So you have all this extra time on your hands, which allows you to do things that you've never really thought that you had time to do. So that's another thing that's really, really amazing about the Goldilocks zone. The other thing too is this motivation to want to be healthier. I know during that time, especially, I was so motivated. That's when I wanted to start going to the gym. And that's when I was starting thinking about the different foods I was gonna start eating when I got off my fast. And I know that clarity comes from actually fasting. And when you're not experiencing all the detox symptoms and you can think clearly, you start thinking about what your next step is. And it's just, to be honest with you, I'm probably gonna miss out on a lot of the benefits of being in the Goldilocks zone because they're kind of hard to just name. But what I will say is it takes a different time frame for each person. Now, I usually tell people anywhere from 4 to 8 days you may start to experience it, but that could be completely wrong for you. It might take you 14 days. So once again, going back, if you're not fasting long enough, you may not actually get the opportunity to experience this. And I think it's important to experience it because when you do, you'll understand that, wow, like all of these things we've been taught about food and stuff, you're like, wait a minute, man, you're gonna start questioning because how can you feel so good? How can you be so vitalized and you're not eating? And so a lot of the things I say on this channel can be controversial because they sound really opposed to the mainstream point of view, but that's kind of the point of it, right? A healthy alternative. I'm giving you alternatives to the mainstream opinion about a lot of things. So you guys may or may not always agree with me up front, but keep an open mind and you may learn something new. All right, so keeping this really short, make sure to check us out on Facebook or A Healthy Alternative on Facebook. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, the application of knowledge is power, and I will see you guys next time.